Hi everybody, it's Kathy from Huckleberry Herbs and Art, and I'm here to do the next pages in the Italiana Riviera mini album with Heartfelt Creations. So today I'm going to be using from the Pocket and Flip Folds Insert C Black, this one right here, and from the Pocket and Flip Fold Inserts A Black, this little pocket right here. And so we're going on to the next pages. And the first thing that I'm going to do is take these pockets and flip folds out. So there's the whole piece. And I'm going to start to score along the lines that they have already, they've already scored. So I'm going to just reinforce these. They come with double scores, so that you can fit things into your pockets, and you just want to take your bone folder and run over those edges to make them short up. Okay, and there's one right here. So if you're following along with me, I am still in one pad of paper. I love the Italiana Riviera. It has some of the prettiest images that Heartfelt offers with the roses and stuff, but the beautiful grapevines and all of the lovely stamps and dies that go with it are just gorgeous. There's just so many projects you can do with them. I wish I had more time. Alright, so I'm getting the double fold here. Make sure my bone folder is creasing it well. And we have two on the end here, which I will be using. If I wasn't going to use them, I don't think I would bother with that. Alright, so both of those are done. I think we have a second one here. Oh, that's done, and that's done. And there's one here, which I'm actually not going to use the double for. I'm going to take this right down to the edge of the paper and place that bone folder on the edge to make it flat, because I'm going to actually use this when I open it up. It will be sealed in here. I don't know if I'll need to trim a little, or maybe this one right here. Yeah, I'll go across that one time. Because I don't really want to stick a lot in that one, because it's going to go up in the air, you know, flip up. And I'd rather it lay down flat. That looks good. Alright. And then this one, this little pocket, I'm going to do the same with. Get my double creases burnished. There we go. I finally remembered the correct word. Yes, burnished. And on this side, because this I am going to put some tags in, and I'm not sure how many, but I might as well utilize the space that they've given me with the double scores when I glue this down. Okay. And one more. Make sure I'm actually on the score. Just pinch it. It's a longer one. Okay, those are ready. Now, let me just bring the book back for a second and remind myself of how I intend to do this so that okay, so I'm going to have a pocket down here, and this is going to be a flip with a tuck spot. And then I do intend to glue it around the edge and have tags coming out of the top here. So my biggest concern would be having a magnet on the inside of this to reach a magnet on the inside of that, or I could just put it on the top. I just might do that. Alright. So, I'm going to start with the magnet itself. Dab of glue. Place the magnet. And put a little piece of score tape there to reinforce and make sure the magnet stays down. And then I'm going to place the washer on top and I'll put a dab of glue there just so there's some glue, and put the score tape across the top of that. I'm only worried about the score tape actually staying on the washer, so I just want to get it started while it's up in the air. So I've taken the backing off, and now I'm just going to make sure that this folds correctly where I'm going to want it to fold, and hopefully there. I'm going to stick another little piece of score tape on top too to keep it covered while I'm working with it until we put the papers there. And there we go, we like that sound. Okay, so we have magnet and washer on this. And now to prep the pages on this side, I'm going to be placing this one, and I think I'm going to cut it to be just a tiny bit thinner. I can take it down, but I'd like a slightly larger border. Alright, and then I'm going to ink it up, so I'm using Vintage Photo. Ink around the edges. So it's Thanksgiving weekend. I'm squeezing in a few minutes of artistic endeavor. Grateful to have a moment to do it. I don't know if you guys did any Black Friday shopping. I tend to hide from the public. And I think if you work in the public all the time, that would be a fairly normal tendency, because I'm inundated with hundreds of people all day long, and even the drive home on the highway, whoa, hundreds of people, thousands of people, and it's nice to just have a little quiet time and be able to do some of these things. I was back and forth as to whether to have a Black Friday sale at the store, and huckleberryherbs.com. You can get most of the products that you're seeing here. But it's a little store for a person who does this part-time, and I try to squeeze in as much time to build the store as possible, but it really is very difficult when you work full-time and you're a small guy. Okay, so that page is on, and up here at the top, I'm going to ink this. And there's so many pretty projects on YouTube. Everybody's doing so many wonderful, inspiring things. Heartfelt is coming out with some fantastic stuff. If you saw the Black Friday live stream, I did order, and I'm waiting for them to come in, the new fold-out cards, and the dies are beautiful. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to play with those. There's so many edge dies. Heartfelt's really doing a great job of catching up with some of the popular things, but they always do it differently. They always do it specially. So I'm very glad about that. And the dies are going to come with so many options. And the stamps, if you've been looking for some faith stamps, Those are beautiful, wonderful statements on paper. Almost forgot, I thought I was doing a pocket for a second and I'm gluing the whole thing. Okay, so around the tripod, I'm actually hitting my glasses on the tripod trying to do this. Alright, there we go. Sorry for moving you. So that's what we have so far. And now I'm just gonna, and that's all I need to put on the book pages themselves because of what we're going to be doing. So now I'm going to take this guy, get this on. I'm so glad I've been able to, with the use of some plain cardstock, still fill this book with so many of the pretty images. But really I have not at all cut into the pad yet. So I wanted to use the other image. The image with the bottles and the glasses are on the cover. And this is one of the other images in the pad. And this is, I just took one of the 6x6s. It fits perfectly because the paper comes with all different cutouts and tags and sized card cover fronts, and this you could make a 6x6 card with, all set to go. But we're going to use it on the front of the album. Oh, sorry, on the front of the flip out or flip fold. So this is going on the front. I hate to cover up those beautiful roses and grapes. Okay. So that's just one of the 6x6s on the front of the flip fold. Then we'll go inside. Alright, so that one goes right there. Alright, now I am going to, at this point, glue this down. And I'm going to use this flap that I scored as far in as the second score would take it. And I'm going to go down here and try to stick to the edge. Make sure that's tucked in as it comes around. And glue that down. Okay. And now I'm going to take off this score paper off of the washer, I hope. There we go. Okay. I'm going to ink this up. This is the piece that's going on the left, a little piece of that gate we used on the previous page, and hopefully it's not boring to have it in the flip. I try to have some new images on each page and a few hints of repeats. Okay. And I do have the vintage photo ink in the store, and I really like the round one better. That's in the store too. Okay. There we go. I think that's good. I think that looks nice. I like it. Okay. On the bottom here, so far so good. Don't go over the score line like I almost did. When you put your papers down, you don't want to have your papers near the score line. I mean, up against the edge is fine, but definitely don't go onto them, because then you have a problem with that whole idea. Or this idea. I'm going to take that score tape off first in case I have problems, but I don't want my glue drying. This will not be shipping. I don't have the large ones in the store, but I have the small ones, and the designer dries clear glue is, the art glitter glue is water-based, so the company doesn't ship when the freezing weather comes, and I think I'm going to follow suit. So if anybody needs glue, probably should get it right away if I even have any left in the store, because I'm probably going to take it out of the store for a while until things warm up. I suppose I could wait a little longer if I didn't live in the Northeast, but even if I don't live in the Northeast, customers might, and we don't want the glue freezing on the shipping trucks waiting to get to you, because it changes the circumstance of the chemical makeup and could ruin your glue. So hopefully everybody understands that, you know, the company's trying to do the right thing by the customer by holding off on shipments until the warm weather returns. And it's not the middle of January yet, but it's cold here, and we're having freezing temperatures at night, so I don't think I'll chance it too much longer. Alright, so I'm just gluing these flaps. Try to make sure that my edges are nice and straight as I take it down and glue those down. There we go. There we go. So this one is ready to go in the book. Now I'm going to glue this all around these edges and a little extra on the bottom. I don't want it to come apart, but I do want to be able to stick a tag inside. So I'm making it really thick here because I don't want the whole thing to come off either. But I want to leave some space to squeeze a tag in the top. So I've essentially created another pocket. And especially right there on the edges where the tugging goes on. And then down here, I'm going to put the glue up just a little higher. You know, I'll lose some space where you can't put the tag down any lower, but it'll have one really thick spot to hold it on. Okay. I actually think I should have opened this to do this, but I'm going to put it right on the corner here. I think I have it. Let me just check. There we go. Now I can see. And then press it up. And I'm just going to take a baby wipe and get off the glue that's coming out. Rather have a little more than not enough. Alright, and I can hear our magnet working. And then we're going over here. So I'm going to put glue on all of these flaps. And then make sure they're turned down. Okay, so I've essentially glued the two sides. And now I'm going to put the whole thing right there. All right. There it is. So there's the base of the next pages. We have a lovely little pocket here. Okay, mimicking the grapes and the roses at the top of the bottom. And then we have this pretty image here. We have, hopefully when it dries, a place to put tag right there. Got a magnet on it so that when we lift it up, we have a place to tuck in tags. And we have a place to tuck in tags. And so I will decide what I'm going to do for a little bit of decoration anyway, because I'm not doing all the embellishments right now. But this one was really simple, and you know, after what I went through with this, with the fussy cutting and all that, it's nice that the tags in the pockets just help me to throw something really neat together. So I'll see what I want to add to this before I finish this video up and be back. So this is the finished pages. I did use a lot of the tags. I basically took one of the tag pages and I cut and inked quite a few of them. With this one I did make some with a purple cardstock and put some lace up there, a little seam binding, and a wild orchid flower. On the back I have a place to write, and this is actually a little pocket if you want to put more pictures. Again, another matted one on the dark purple, inked around the edges. And this is, well, it's going to fit, I think, at least a 5x7. I didn't like the fact that it was sitting up there with nothing peeking out over the edge except for this ghost image. It's beautiful, but it just, to me, looked better to have something a little bit more interesting at the top of the page. So there's that side. And then for this side, I did add a little bit of gold. Using some gold cardstock. I probably need to ink the back of that. And there's that pocket that we created, and I used the ornate die for that. I had this lovely lace in my stash, and a little wild orchid rose, and one of the grape stamps. I put another piece here. I don't have anything in it yet, but you could put something there. I actually just kind of like the way it's just sitting there. And then when you open it up, I have loaded the top with more of the tags from that same, all one sheet of paper, just making tags with it. And the tags were easy because they're already cut and ready to go. So I thought that looked kind of neat to have them layered like that. And then down here in this pocket, again, lots of tags, lots of places to put your photos and do your journaling. So these two pages actually have tons of places to put photos, tons of tags. It was tons of fun to do. Alright, I hope you like it, and I'll be back to do the second to last set of pages and then the back, and then we'll finish up the outside. So getting there. Alright, you can find most of these things at huckleberryherbs.com. You can certainly find Heartfelt Creations and some Graphic 45 and the distress inks and tools and things like that. Come and visit me. Till next time, everybody, this is Kathy from Huckleberry Herbs and Art. God bless.